What's up, guys? It's your boy Luke for Luke's Garage Gym, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today's video, we're going to do a review of this EVOLPOW P3A all-in-one squat rack. Could this be a right fit for you guys in your home gym? See and find out. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, before we get started in this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to push this video across the world, baby. My name is Luke from Luke's Garage Gym. I do home gym reviews, tips, and tricks show that you out there can get jacked in your home gym, baby. So today, what we're going to do is, if you guys do not know, I've done a lot of budget all-in-one racks. And today, I've gotten a lot of questions about EVOLPOW and their all-in-one rack, and this is their P3A. If you guys did not know, I did do a review of their all-in-one bench. I'll put that in the description for you guys to check out. So just what I first do is just kind of give you guys some specs of this rack, and then we'll dive into more of just the different parts of it, give you guys my pros and cons, and if this would be a right fit for you guys in your home gym. So taking a closer look at this, guys, you can see the height of this rack is 85 inches, which is perfect for most basement gyms, which is where we're at right now. The depth of this is 63 inches. And again, I'm going to plug all the specs for you guys on the side so you guys can take a look. So another thing to mention too, this is a 2x3 14 gauge steel rack. I've gotten a lot of questions like, Luke, 2x3, 2x2, what is the difference? So honestly, essentially, it's still the same gauge steel, but there's just more to the upright with 2x3. So it just, honestly, all it is mainly just more durability, and with the construction is the main aspect. So also some things too we want to mention is, you guys can tell I've never seen a budget rack that has 3 posts. A 3-post rack I've honestly have not seen out there in the home gym reviewed. So the one thing we should talk about with this rack is, with these 3 posts, there is this minor issue we notice is a little instability. So if you guys also are curious, like, Luke, 2 videos, you're not in your garage. Dude, where you at? Did you move? I did not move. I don't know where people think I'm moving. I did not. So I am actually at my friend's house. We actually literally grew up in the same neighborhood. So, shout out to these guys, and letting me review this rack in their basement gym. This is my first review in a basement gym. So yeah, should Luke do Luke's basement gym reviews? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. All right. But the issue with the 3x3 rack like this, you can see, is there's no bracings on the bottom. There's no brackets. So the issue with that is it creates the instability. But the issue with trying to put that on this rack, it would then interfere with the pulleys down here. So it's almost like you kind of have to just deal with the instability, which, we'll show you guys some clips too of using the rack. It really does not take away from the functionality of what this can do for you in your home gym. So I get a lot of questions about this too, is if you're looking into buying something like this. Now, again, I'll put this in the description if you guys are interested in buying a budget rack like this. So you do get a lot of accessories with this. So the first thing you will get is you get your spotter arms. I think they rated these at 700 pounds. So obviously you can put it in the different adjustments of, these are 1-inch holes wherever you are, depending on if you're doing your squats, you're doing your bench. I mean, this is just your basic, your steel rod. I mean, it's nothing to cry home about, but it gets the job done for what you need to do inside the rack for your main Olympic lifts. And also you guys would get to, for your cable system, you get this lap pull down bar. You also get this landmine bar. So obviously down here, adding that versatility, you do get a landmine down here. And you could also utilize this lap pull down bar if you wanted to do rows too on the, you got your platform down here to be able to do your rows. And you also get 2 more things. You get these dip bars, which act as J-cups to go in the front of the rack so you can do your dips, your weighted dips, etc. And also too, you get, is always comes standard with these racks, is just your basic curl bar. Now, are these attachments like, oh my gosh, these are the greatest things ever? No, but they do come with it, so you don't have to pay extra for that, which adds, again, more to the versatility that something like this in a price point, if you guys did not know. Now, this is the rack plus the storage. The price point is a little over $700, and they have $50 off right now too. So Very affordable, very affordable. And honestly, have not seen a whole lot of that on the market for that budget of a price. So breaking down some more things and pieces of this rack. So, this basic, front of the rack, you have your pull pin, and then you have your numerous adjustments on the uprights here, doing your different chest press, chest fly, different rows, your different arms, accessory movements, all that. So here's the thing that you guys really have to be cautious of, and a safety concern with, racks like this that don't have your pop pin aspect, is you got to make sure you tighten this. Because if you don't, and this thing's super loose and you're doing a pull down, that thing is going to freaking rock you and you're going to get injured. You have to be just a safety aspect, guys, is really make sure when you're set up to do your lift is you tighten this. Because if you don't, that could be a real issue. And I'm not sure if companies are able to incorporate a pop pin aspect like my Vesta rack for just honestly a safety aspect. I think they do this mainly as just another way just to find ways to cut costs to make this as affordable as possible for people out there in the home gym. Moving on to the pull-up bar. Now, I've noticed this is the second budget rack I've noticed that they do not offer any grip to these pull-up bars. So, especially in a garage gym, you get humidity in there, your hands are going to slip. You almost feel like, let's say for instance, I'm putting 25 pounds, 35 pounds on my waist. I'm sweating, and then there's already no grip here. I'm going up in the lift and I slip and I fall. That's a huge liability. So, I like the multi-grip aspect of a pull-up bar way better than just your standard straight bar, but it's something that these brands should do a better job of. It's just adding even just a passive knurl, because if you don't, you have that issue of slippage. And it can't be super, super, super expensive to be able to add that to something like this. But again, I do like the multi-grip aspect of the pull-up bar. So other things too on the back side, you got some storage here for your cable attachments. You also could put your hooks here. I really like that because, I hate laying stuff around, and especially here in their basement too. They don't want to be drilling into their concrete to add different pegboards, etc. So it's nice to have that piece up here so you can store, especially over here and back here too, you store your plates, and there's 3 sections back here to store that, which again adds, a little bit extra if you want to get storage, which I highly recommend that. Why not get the storage? And also too, if you guys did not know, if you add the storage, you put plates on, that gives more stability to the rack, because the more weight you put on top of this, the better you feel too if you're looking into putting 3 plates and squatting on this, which is a lot. Most people, anyone really who's going to be buying this probably is never going to get to that point, but it's nice to have that aspect to weigh this down. All right, so we're trying something different. So again, Ben is the one that has been utilizing this rack, and so he's just demonstrating, doing a plate for squats, which a rack like this, guys, people are probably going to be looking into utilizing this kind of weight, maybe 2 plates, maybe a little more, 225 to utilize it. And you can see that he has so much space inside the rack to be able to do his main Olympic lifts. And again, with a 3-post aspect, it adds a lot of that, functionality too. But one thing we wanted to talk about, as he's still going, is these spotter arms, dude, as we were doing this, added so much freaking it was like screeching when they were going in the uprights. I don't know if you need to put some sort of lube or whatever. I don't know what it is, like WD-40 to put it on there. But I do like the fact that there's just a lot of room to be able to do your main lifts, and for that budget price, which is a win. All right, so now doing a bench press, guys, something that, Ben and I, we're looking at and talking about too, is with the J cups, when you're coming off of it, it's almost like the J cups are loose, almost like they did not, they needed to make it a little bit bigger to fit in the 1-inch holes of the rack. But again, just showcasing, he's just doing your basic, 35s on each side bench, which is, a lot of people looking at his budget rack are looking into probably doing weight like this. He has so much room inside the rack to be able to do his lifts. And again, just the minor flaws of the J cuts, but again, you can see that, a beginning lifter, a novice lifter are just easily able to do their main lifts with this. And you guys didn't know, you got 2 more? Push it, baby. Come on. They actually listened to the feedback on the bench and fixed it. So shout out to EVOLPOW for listening to feedback to make their products even better. And how does that feel, your rack dad? There you go. Get after it, baby. Boom. All right, so now utilizing the pulley system in the front here, which again adds that functionality. So we're the same height, we're 6 foot. So that's one thing, is with the height of this rack is 85 inches. He's almost able to get his full range of motion. His elbows are still a little bowed. So that's one thing with this rack like this. You might have to lean back a little bit in order to get the full range of motion with shorter racks like this, which is just always a little bit, it's always a downfall with that. But I do think too, EVOLPOW should look into getting some sort of leg holder attachment for the rack for an affordable price to add to it. So, you know, if you're looking to go super heavy, you know, you're not worried about pulling yourself up when you're doing this lift. All right, so I'm going to showcase just doing flies. Again, we got the 25s on each side, and he was doing his lat pull downs to show you guys, just to show you that, again, more versatility of this. We're going to see how freaking heavy this is, dude. Now, you can utilize this. You could do like a press, or if I were to step forward and do a chest fly, you obviously can hear there's a little bit of a rattle when you're doing the lift. Again, that is the instability issue with something like this. Now, is it going to tip over when I'm doing that? No. Because again, you got the weights on the side to hold this down, so you're not going to have that issue with that. But again, if you're someone who's super strong and this is way too easy, you're going to be putting over a plate plus doing chest flies. This obviously is not meant for you. All right, guys, so that is the breakdown review and, you know, showcasing, you know, utilizing a rack. Let me know what you guys think of me talking about the rack while Ben was doing the list. I was like, we were saying this reminds us of P90X back in the old high school days. So we had a lot of fun with that. So in my honest opinion, guys, I've done so many budget racks. Honestly, if you're looking for something to get you started at home, you know, this is going to fit in a basement. It's going to fit in your garage. Again, 85 inches. Now, I think it's great for a beginning lifter or people just trying to get back into working out. Do not want to go to the commercial gym. You know, there is a lot of functionality to this. Now, obviously, the instability, we talked about some ways they could work on it. You know, getting the weight horns to add that weight on, to add, you know, away from that sway is like the main thing. I think the main con of this rack. Everything else is not really going to deteriorate from utilizing the rack to what you need it to do. So again, let me know what you guys think of this rack. Again, I had a lot of questions about it, so I'm excited that I was able to come out here and make this review for you guys. And yeah, can't wait to bring you guys content soon on Luke's Garage Gym. This is Luke from Luke's Garage Gym. See you guys later.